And living in a $4 million house like this one may be a dream come true, but some students are finding it difficult to make the financial commitment. While kids are spending more time at home in front of screens, they're spending less time in places like these, exploring their imagination with their friends. The KGAN van rolled over the side of the interstate here at the Coralville Interchange. On average, a student is required to read 6 books per semester. TV shows like Greek and movies that portray the sorority and fraternity life show people that that way of living can be a haven to meeting new friends and partying all the time, something that kids who are going to college sometimes look for. And living in a $4 million house like this one may be a dream come true, but some students are finding it difficult to make the financial commitment.
I guess this year there's a lot that dropped out as compared to other years because of the money.
The money that comes from the members pays for things like the cost of their house, events the house will be having, and other things the sorority or fraternity members would want, like food and other miscellaneous items.
This year we had to pay for more stuff on our own than we had to last year. They're not offering as many things for free, but they're trying really hard to keep stuff down.
The dues for being in a sorority or fraternity are usually collected 4 to 6 times a year and can be as much as $1,000 each time. That could be an additional $6,000 a year on top of a college student's expenses, which is estimated to be $8,000 a year. With the economy falling this past year and people unwilling to spend, someone who once wanted to join a sorority or fraternity may not be able to do so, but it's hurting the Greeks as well. Morgan McHugh, Daily Iowan TV. Lately, it seems anyone you need to get a hold of can be electronically messaged in some way. But is this a good means of communication for children? Sure, it can be convenient to text or email your child to find out about what they're doing, but computers have taken it a little further. While kids are spending more time at home in front of screens, they're spending less time in places like these, exploring their imagination with their friends. Kids as young as 8 are getting on social networking sites like Facebook, and not only is it making them vulnerable to other people online, it's socially disconnecting them with their peers and making them hyper-consumers.
There's sort of a debate right now whether children who spend so much time on the computer that they're not spending face time with other kids.
Kids need social interaction with their peers to teach them how to interact with people as adults. And studies show if a lot of their social exchanges are in front of a computer, they will have a difficult time later in life socializing at home as well as in the workplace. The second worry is that children are becoming hyper-consumers through these sites.
There's a lot of social networking sites or online communities designed for children, sort of. Webkins is one that's very popular, for example. Those are largely based on acquiring things in those worlds, and to acquire them you either have to spend money or you have to fill out market survey research.
Kids will go to a place like Webkins World to talk to friends, and they're instantly hit with pressures to buy the products. And while adults have become prone to ignore advertisements, children are less likely to ignore ads. Morgan McHugh, Daily Iowan TV. For the current college student, this wasn't how it was supposed to be. When they were children, they were told they had to go to college for 4 years to get a good job, and when they received their diploma, they could start working. Well, only 20% of college graduates these days get a job out of school. And guess what? These students that don't get jobs right away, they still have to pay their loans back. It seems to be putting stress on students to graduate on time. The University of Iowa has a 43.1% four-year graduation rate, and there seem to be a variety of factors that lead to this. For some students, they may simply enjoy their college experience. For others who wish to graduate on time, it may seem impossible.
They might not get enough advising, or they might have declared their major late, and so then they have to try to catch up. Sometimes some of these students who can't make it in 4 years, it's sometimes because they basically try to do all their major classes at the end.
Since students are finding it difficult to graduate on time, many of them are having to find ways to manage their debt.
I come from a family that has a much higher financial need than a lot of people's, and I feel like that has helped me quite a bit in the past couple of years, especially going and taking a job at the university. That definitely gives me a few benefits. I took on being an RA in order to kind of help me get through school financially.
Though this seems to be a cyclical problem, Tennessee Senator Lamar Alexander, who was once the president of a university, is advocating a 3-year graduation plan for students who have high GPAs to relieve at least some of the burden on students today. Morgan McHugh, Daily Iowan TV.